Hello, and welcome to the October extended monthly reading for all signs. What we're going to do is we're basically going to look at all the signs. I'm going to go based on the same order that I always do. We're going to look at the expected readings for each and every sign. Timestamps are in the description box. If you guys would like to book a personal reading, go ahead and send me an email, and donations are greatly appreciated. The link to donate is in the description box. I recommend watching your sun, moon, and rising to get a full picture of what you can expect in October 2025. Okay, let's start off with Virgo. Hello. Welcome, everybody. I'm doing great. Hope you guys are all doing well. Hearts and likes are always greatly appreciated. It really helps me out with the algorithm. All right, my Virgos. Let's see what the predicted energies for you in October are. Okay, Virgos. There's a bit of an energy of a loss here showing up for you, but it's a loss that you decide to initiate. It's almost like you're showing me I'm making the most logical decision here. I'm doing what makes sense. And you're just realizing that something's just not working here. Something is just not working. It's not aligning. It's not vibing. Something's just not clicking for you. Let's see what is going on. I don't know why, though. It's almost an energy of like, I realize this isn't working. I realize this isn't making sense. Let's see. Start off by clarifying the Five of Pentacles. Queen of Cups, Three of Cups, and the Blessings, which is kind of like the Fool in this deck. Bottom of the deck, you get the Empress. This person really does mean a lot to you. This person's very important to you. They mean a lot to you. You love them, and they love you. You know that they do. So the love, the emotion, that's not really the issue here. But it's almost like you're realizing, like, you want to reconcile with this person, you want to get back together with them, you want to wipe the slate clean and really start over with a very, very positive energy, right? It's almost like you're kind of like, I don't want any negativity. I don't want any bad vibes. Like, let's just start over. Let's have positive energy. I love you. You love me. It's just not working out, though. It's almost like you're trying and it's not working out, or you're kind of like, when you think about it, it's just, all roads lead to Rome, and Rome just kind of sucks. And you're showing me like this person really does mean a lot to me. Some of you may be dealing with a Cancer as well. This person does really mean a lot to you. And what's surprising to me here is the emotion's not the problem. You guys both love each other. So it's like, what is the issue here? Like, what's not working? Let's take a look at the King of Swords. Page of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the Hierophant. Yeah, bottom of the deck, you get the Ace of Swords. So you have your feelings, but then you have like the logical side of you. You're also very, very intelligent. You're very sharp. Which essentially you're showing me like, look, I know what it is I need from a person, from a partner, from somebody that I'm in a romantic relationship with. And for somebody that I'm like, you're looking for stability, right? Commitment, long-term relationship. Some of you are even looking for marriage. And you're showing me like, I know what I need. I know what I'm looking for. I know what the criteria for a partner, like what it is that I need. I don't know if I'm going to get it from this person. Right? And again, they love you, you love them, you love spending time with them. But when you're looking at like the bigger picture, the deeper things that you need, whether that's more communication, whether that's, I love a lot of physical touch, or I love a lot of like words of affirmation, on a logical level that you're not going to get it from this person. And you're showing me, I doubt it, right? You're not 100% like, I know I'm not going to get it, but you're like, yeah, chances are this isn't going to work out. Like, I'm not going to get it from this person. And it kind of sucks because, again, the love is there, the emotion is there. You kind of like wish you could start over with them and like turn over a new leaf and just have the energies be very, very positive. But if you set aside your feelings and you set aside your emotions and you look at this purely from a logical perspective, which you're very able to do, you're one of the signs, one of the earth signs that's able to really not detach, but you're able to like shut off your emotional side and approach things from a very logical perspective. When you look at this from that logical perspective, you're like, yeah, I know that I'm not going to get here in the 3D world what I need emotionally from this person. It's just not going to be. And it's some sort of action. It could be communication. It could be physical touch. It could be, there's something here in the 3D world emotionally that you're not going to get from this person in terms of the actions that they're going to take towards you. Okay, that was Virgo. Moving on to Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Show me Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Predicted energies for October. Okay, Taurus, you're looking at a long-term relationship here. There's something you're trying to figure out. You're trying to evaluate and assess something about this connection. Now, again, this is somebody that you either have a long-term relationship with or you can see yourself having a stable, successful long-term relationship with. This is not somebody that you just met. You're like, oh, I've known this person for 2 days. Yes, this is who I'm talking about. No. I'm talking about somebody, like I said, you either have a long-term relationship with or you see them as like, okay, I see potential for long-term stability with you. You're trying to figure something out and you're really trying to be very, very logical and very practical about it. You don't want to let your feelings get the better of you here. So let's see why you're emphasizing the logical part. Like, I need to be logical. I need to be practical. Let's see why. Very, very logical. Okay, you're a little bit afraid. So you're basically showing me, I feel or I view me and this person as a deep soul connection. You also have a very good balance in terms of the exchange of energies with this person, in terms of the give and take, in terms of the amount of effort that you give and receive. There's a lot of very, very balanced energies here. But you're showing me deep down, I'm afraid because I feel like there's something that needs to be healed between me and this person. Okay, which it's not something massive. I don't see like something, where I'm like, there's no coming back from this. You can't heal from this. It's not that. But it's almost an energy of like, there's something deep which needs to be addressed here. And it could just be not even like between you and this person, just internally for you, where you're like, I don't know, like logically, if we can heal this and fix this, if like we can actually overcome this, or if this is just kind of like, what it is. And there's no healing and there's no fixing. Now, I can't figure out if you need to heal yourself or if this is something that happened between you and your person that needs to be healed. You are quite afraid, though. And so, what you're doing is you're trying to look at this logically in order to get as much information as you can and be like, okay, statistically, like 50% we can heal this, or 60% we can heal this. And so it's worth the energetic investment on my part, or 90% we can't heal this. So I'm not even going to bother, right? Because you want this person, you want to fix things with them, but you don't know if it's possible. And you're actually quite afraid here. You're quite afraid to keep investing in this connection and keep moving forward in this connection when there's the risk of like, not that you're going to get hurt, but like you're not going to be able to heal whatever this is. And then it's just going to kind of be like, well, what did I waste my energy on? Like, what did I even bother with this for? Let's take a look at the 10 of Pentacles. Let's see, Taurus, 10 of Pentacles. Eight of Cups, Knight of Swords, King of Pentacles. Yeah, you're really, really, really trying to detach emotionally and make the most logical decision here because you're showing me the ball's in my court. I need to take some sort of action here. It's not even like I need to decide. It's like I have to take action when it comes to this connection, okay? When it comes to this long-term connection. And you're showing me I'm trying to detach emotionally to make sure that whatever decision I make is the most stable, most logical, most like long-term sustainable decision, right? You're trying to detach from someone emotionally that you genuinely love to your core. You're showing me, I love this person so, so much. Whatever happened between the two of you in the past really left a sour taste in your mouth. Something happened here, which not the most positive energy. You're looking back at it and you're like, don't want to repeat that ever again, right? But it's almost like you need to take some sort of action, and you're showing me like, I don't want to make a mistake, but it's essentially more so like, I'm afraid that we can't heal this, we can't fix this, and I'm just going to waste my time. That's really where your energy, like what it boils down to. I don't think that your course of action right now, Taurus, trying to emotionally detach is the best course of action for you, because it's like you love this person to your core and you're showing me, oh, I'm trying to detach from them to make the best decision. You can't. That's like telling water to not be wet. You love someone, but you're detaching from them emotionally. It doesn't seem like it's really going to work, but that's really where you're focusing most of your energy right now. Being like logical. Okay, that was Taurus. Moving on to Capricorn. Show me Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising. Capricorn predicted energies for the month of October. Let's see, Capricorn predicted energies. Three of Cups and the Page of Wands. Yes, this is very nice energy. There's a reconciliation here. It's a very fun energy. You are really feeling quite stable when it comes to this reconciliation. You're also showing me like, I want this reconciliation. I want to be with this person. You're optimistic about this, right? You're looking at this from a very positive perspective and a positive light. I'm going to have to clarify this to see if your person's kind of not giving you 100% of their energy, or if this is just kind of like, okay, you know, we're just like reconciling. This is just like early days. And that's why there's this like minimal investment here. First of all, let's see the Three of Cups, which is a very, very positive energy. It's fun. It's exciting. I like this energy. Let's take a look. Clarify the Three of Cups for me, please. Do I have any Capricorns on right now? Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising. Is any Cappies on the live with me right now? Nine of Swords, Five of Pentacles, the Fool. This is somebody that you have history with. Hey, Tracy. Great. I love that you're a Capricorn. I hope this is resonating for you. Okay. So you and this person are reconciling. Sag, Cappy, cusp. Oh, wow. Ooh. Fire all around, eh? Like Sag, fire, Cappy, you're earth, but you're fire. Wow. Interesting. Anywho, what was I going to say? I got distracted. Okay. So basically, I can see that this desire to reconcile, on the surface, you're very, very optimistic about it, and you're working with this person, right? It's not like you're just sitting there like, oh, you know, okay, if this reconciliation happens, it happens. If not, whatever. You're actually investing energy. You are also requiring that your person kind of meets you halfway in terms of the energy. So you're not fully carrying this reconciliation by yourself. You're kind of expecting your person to, rightfully so, show up with like the 50% energy where they also contribute to this, right? However, I can see that on your part, yes, you guys are starting over. Yes, you're kind of wiping the slate clean. Like I said, you and this person have some history. There's a lot of stress, there's a lot of anxiety, and there's a lot of fear of loss when it comes to this reconciliation. So it's like you want this reconciliation, you're working on it, you want to make this happen, you want to spend time with this person, you want to wipe the slate clean, but deep down inside, and you're very good at hiding this, right? You're very good at like concealing your feelings. Deep down, it's almost like a sandwich where the outside is like, yay, yay, positive. But the inside, there's stress, there's fear of not working out, there's fear of essentially like losing this person to some degree. Again, I don't even feel like your person's even aware of this. Either they're oblivious to it, or you're just very, very good at hiding your feelings, hiding what's really going on. Let's take a look at the Page of Wands, which is like the fun, cool, chill type of energy. Which you are fun, you are cool, but you're not as chill as you would like to present, are you? Y'all got a little bit of the fire. within you. Yeah, the Emperor, Six of Swords, Six of Cups. Yeah, you're showing me, and this is you, Capricorn. You're really showing me I'm appearing like I'm in control. I'm very good at putting on this front of I'm unbothered, I'm unfazed, I'm cool as a cucumber, calm, collected. And again, you are, but you really don't want this to like not work out. And you're also showing me I want us to move in a positive direction. I want us to move towards calmer water. Like I want us to because you're thinking back on your history with this person. Yeah, there's some like icky energy, but overall there's a lot of beautiful memories here. Like if you think back, you don't think of them negatively. You don't think of them in a negative light. You're like, oh, this is nice. This is positive. We do have some beautiful memories together. And so that's really what you're aiming for. You are trying to some degree, I'm not going to say manipulate the person, but you're trying to like control where this ship goes between you and this person because again, you're very intelligent and you know, like if I act this way, they're going to act this way. If I respond this way, they're going to respond this way. You know which energy is more favorable to them. You know which energy they kind of don't like as much. And so again, I'm not saying manipulate, but you're very good at like navigating the ship in the direction that you want it to go. And it seems to be working for you. Now, deep down, again, you have this fear of it not working out. But on the surface, it seems very, very positive. And it seems like, you know, you are actually going to get your way here. So I can see the optimism. You have reason to be optimistic. You little smarties, you. All right. Those were my cappies. I'm just going to sip my tea real quick. Let's move on to water signs. Let's do Cancer. Any Cancers on the chat with me? Cancer, sun, moon, and rising. I love my Cancers, but boy, oh boy, can you guys be dramatic. I've done all the earth signs. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I am now moving on to Cancer. That's me. Yes, it is, girl. Yes, it is. Okay, Four of Cups, Ten of Cups. These are completely polar opposite energies. There's an energy of disappointment and happiness. And it's almost like the universe is like 50-50 energy split. You might be a little bit bummed out this month. You might also really thoroughly have a lot of happiness. Bottom of the deck, you get the Six of Swords. At least you're not conflicted anymore. You're walking away from whatever's conflicting you. And this is an internal conflict, right? Like you've been debating something, you've been trying to decide something. You're walking away from that conflict. So that's not really going to be an issue anymore. First of all, let's see. You know, people are always like, start off with the bad and then the good. Actually, maybe I should start off with the good. No, let's just start off with the bummed out energy. My pleasure. Let's take a look at the Four of Cups. And if you guys can go ahead and hit that heart button, that really helps me out with the algorithm. It's literally just you guys liking the live, and it really, really, really helps me out. Queen of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Eight of Wands. Some of you may be dealing with a Taurus. Okay. Here's the thing. When it comes to you and this person, okay, you're very drawn to them. You're very attracted to them. Thank you for the hearts. And they're very, very drawn to you. But it seems like there is constant disappointment in this connection. I don't even know if you guys are like actually together, or even if you're not, you guys like, even if you broke up, you guys are still attached. You're still connected. And it just seems like there is constant disappointment within this connection. And you're showing me, like, I talk to this person and you know, anytime we have a conversation, it's in order to overcome this disappointment. I want to get clarity on stuff. I want to talk to them. I want to really kind of like find the middle ground. I want to see like where they're at, what they're feeling, what's going on for them, in terms of their energy. And it's like every time you talk to them, you get more and more and more and more and more disappointed. It's like you're showing me like, I don't want to talk to them because they bum me out every time I talk to them. But I also hope that if I talk to them enough, maybe I'm going to get some clarity here and I'm going to get some answers. Okay, that's the bummed out energy. Let's take a look at the Ten of Cups. I'm not taking personal questions right now, but thank you for asking. Let's take a look at the Ten of Cups. Two of Swords, the Justice, and the Nine of Wands. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, you get the Moon. You really genuinely don't know what to do here because you're showing me, I feel like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? Sometimes you do experience happiness with this person, but overall, like if you had a goal, you're like, I just want us to be happy. Sure, I want us to be happy together, but I just want us to be happy. Like I want to be able to look at this connection, look at you, think of you, and just feel happiness, which right now you don't. Right now you're feeling quite bummed out energy. And you're showing me like, I really don't know, first of all, how to balance out these energies, okay? How to balance out whatever's going on between us. And I also don't know how to overcome this frustration. It's almost like when you deal with this person, they just frustrate the living lights out of you. And I don't even think they're doing it intentionally. It's just literally like every interaction with them is just frustrating. And you're like, I don't want to be frustrated. I just want to be happy. But you're showing me I genuinely don't know how to get there. I don't know. Now, I do have something to say here, Cancer, which you may not like me for. You keep showing me, I don't know how to get them to be, like how we can get over this frustration. Maybe you can't. There's almost this energy of you refusing to face facts. It's almost like the answer, the truth is like staring you in the face and you're like closing your eyes. You're like, I don't like that answer. Give me another one, right? Especially with the Two of Swords and the Moon. It's literally like you're playing ostrich right now where you're like burying your head in the sand. You're like, what? Can't hear you. La, 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 la. You know, maybe you can't balance out these energies. Maybe you can't get rid of this frustration. Maybe there's nothing that you can do. Maybe this is who this person is and this is who you are and that's just what it is, right? But there's almost an energy of you refusing to accept the situation and refusing to accept that like either this is the person, they're not going to change, you can't overcome this, you can't fix this, right? Like you're coming in with the best intentions, but at the end of the day, you can have the best intentions in the world. If you're oil and this person's water, y'all ain't going to mix. And I don't feel like that was always the case. Otherwise, you wouldn't have gotten into a relationship with them, right? But like, that's who they are now. And right now, your energy just does not mix with each other very well. Okay, moving on to Scorpio. Show me Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. Predicted energies for October. I know Scorpio is going to be interesting because y'all are just spicy, spicy, spicy tamales. Let's see, Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. Am I the drama? Am I the drama? Said every Scorpio ever. High Priestess, Eight of Wands. What are you keeping to yourself, Scorpio? Bottom of the deck, you get the Ace of Cups. So you want a new beginning in love here, but what? You're not talking about it? What's going on? Let's start off by clarifying the High Priestess, see what you're keeping to yourself here. Maybe you're not talking to the other person. Well, let's see. Why am I speculating? We're literally going to find out in just a second. Queen of Cups, Six of Wands, and the Two of Swords. Bottom of the deck, you get the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so here's the thing, Scorpio. There's somebody that, it's a person you're attached to. You love them and they love you. You know this. You're showing me I'm trying to overcome the hard part, but I don't know how. I don't know how. It's like, I just want to start over. I want to rekindle this. It's literally just not working out. There's so much friction. There's so much. It's like, no matter how you approach this, it just doesn't work. Now, you're trying to really go deep here. You're trying to dive deep into like your higher self, your intuition, and be like, okay, I know we love each other. Great. What can I do to overcome the difficult part? And you're showing me I literally don't know. Now, there is friction here. I'm not saying there isn't. But there's also an energy here of you, like with the Five of Pentacles. It's like, oh, I tried this, it doesn't work. I tried this, it doesn't work. No matter what I try, it doesn't work. I don't feel like you've actually tried everything, right? You've tried everything that you feel comfortable trying, but have you actually gone and like thought about what the other person needs? So for example, let's say that you really don't like, this isn't Scorpio, but let's just say that you really don't like talking about your feelings, okay? And you know that the other person really loves deep diving into feelings. And you're showing me I've tried everything. I don't know why this isn't working. I'm trying. You've tried everything that you want except for actually talking about the person's feelings. And so it's kind of like an energy of, I really want this to work out. And you do. You really love your person and you do. And they love you. And you don't know how to fix this. But deep down, deep down, you know you haven't actually tried everything. Let's take a look at the Eight of Wands and see what this communication is all about. Three of Cups, the World, and the Sun. Some of you may be dealing with the Leo. Yeah, you want to talk to your person because you do want to reconcile here. You do have a genuine desire to reconcile, to get back with them. I do see that this connection ended at some point, right? And as a result of this ending, you've learned quite a few things about yourself. You've realized quite a lot of things about yourself on a deep soul level. And so you have, I'm not going to say matured and grown, but ever since this ending, you've had a lot of like downloads and a lot of clarity. As a result of that, you're like, I do want to reconcile and I do want to talk to this person, which is great. This communication is also coming from a very, very vulnerable place because you're showing me like, I want us to be happy and I want to be happy with you. Right now, the energies are kind of stuck, but I know what I want. I know what direction I'm trying to go in. The problem is I don't really see you taking any action, Scorpio. I see a lot of desire. I see a lot of, I want to talk, I want to reconcile, I want this, I want that. I don't see you actually taking any action. Now, you are showing me like, I just don't know. I don't know what to do to like fix this. I don't know how to like overcome this, etc. You're not actually even trying though, right? You're just kind of like, oh, well, I don't know. This isn't going to work. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Okay, I just give up. It's not I give up, but it's just like, okay, let me just think about this some more. Your desire is serious. Like you're genuine here. You're not just like effing around and playing games. But there's, and again, I'm not trying to like lay into you, but there's almost this energy of a little bit of laziness of like, oh, I want this. Do I have to get off the couch and do it? Oh, this is too much. That kind of an energy. But you do want to reconcile. You do really want to talk to this person. You're just going to have to take action though. You're just going to have to take action. Okay, moving on to Pisces. Show me Pisces, sun, moon, and rising for October. Pisces, sun, moon, and rising for October. Okay. Nine of Swords and the Five of Cups. What's up with the past here? And this is you, Pisces, the moon at the bottom of the deck. Why is the past stressing you out? You're literally showing me I'm anxious about the past. What? Now, I can see that the past was not super positive. There's a little bit of a, I wish it didn't happen that way. I wish things were different. I wish, etc., which we'll see in a second. But like, why is the past stressing you out here? Let's take a look at the Nine of Swords. Like you stressing hardcore. I mean, it is kind of like you, Pisces, you guys do like to overthink things, but stress? Seven of Cups, King of Swords, and the Hermit. Okay. Okay, now I see why you're stressing. So following this ending, you and this person broke up, you separated. There was definitely an ending here. Following this ending, you're showing me I'm not getting anything from my person. So either they've completely blocked you where there's like no communication, there's no nothing, or it could just be that everything, the way they're talking to you is very cold. It's very detached. It's very much like professional, right? And you're showing me this is throwing me for a loop. This is literally emotionally stressing me out. This is draining me emotionally. And it's also like you're spending a lot of time trying to figure out like, why are they like this? Because you know a different side of them. You know that they're not this cold. You know that they're not this detached. You know that they're not this like emotionally ID gaff, right? And you're showing me the fact that they are like this with me all of a sudden. This is why you're stressing. Now it's not just the stress, it's also an emotional like turmoil. You're like, okay, I'm fine with this. No, I'm not fine with this. Okay, you know what? It is what it is. No, it's not what it is. You know, it's the detachment. It's the cold energy that you're getting from them. You're not used to it. You're not used to it at all. I can see why that would stress you out. Okay, but what happened in the past? Pisces moon. I always love when people listen to their moon sign because I feel like the moon really reflects what's going on beneath the surface. Like the sun is great, don't get me wrong, but the moon is really where it's at if you want to see what's happening beneath the surface. And I'm glad this is resonating for you, Brittany. Let's see with the Five of Cups. Aquarius moon. Oof. Your chart, Brian Cashman, must be very interesting. Aquarius moon. Wow. Okay. Five of Cups is clarified by the Page of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Temperance. Yeah, you're showing me like whatever happened between us in the past, as far as you're concerned, could have been resolved with an apology. Okay. It didn't, the way you view it, you're like, this was just a conflict. This was just a little bit of drama. This was just a little bit of an argument. Like, this is not something that deep where it needs to kind of like become what it became, you know? And you're showing me like, I wish in the past things were different. Things ended up differently. Things were handled differently so that we could have like resolved this at that level of a conflict instead of it becoming something that essentially we need to like heal and really work very hard to balance out. Now, of course, crying over spilled milk is pointless. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. But remember that it takes two to tango, Pisces. You didn't blow this out of proportions by yourself. So yeah. Ouch. I wonder why your person went so cold though. Like what happened here? Because I do see some regret on your part, but I see mainly an energy of like, I just wish it was different. Like I wish I could just like rewind time and like make it play out differently. Sandra says resonates completely with myself, Pisces, and my SB Scorpio. Oh boy. Girl, sending you prayers with Scorpio. Just kidding. I'm glad it resonates. Okay, that was water signs. Moving on to air signs, Aquarius. Let's see for all my Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising. Predicted energies for October. Six of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Okay. You're definitely overcoming a loss here, whether that's a breakup, a separation. You're kind of like, yeah, that was the hard part. That's over. Now I'm moving on to like much more successful, much more positive energies. You're investing a lot of energy in yourself, but it's not just in yourself, right? It's not just in yourself. Let's see the Six of Wands. Water signs tend to feel intensely and get cold and detached when they're overloaded. Good point. Yeah, water signs are pure emotion. Let's take a look at the Six of Wands for Aquarius. Five of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. Yeah, whatever bottom of the deck, you get the Temperance. Yeah, whatever happened between you and your person, some of you may be dealing with a fire sign, Sag, Leo, or Aries. You've overcome the hard part. Whatever happened between the two of you, in hindsight, it's kind of like, oh, little drama, little argument, little fight, little tiff. Like, we've overcome it. No big deal. Literally no big deal. You've overcome like the conflict, and you're moving into happiness. The Ten of Cups is one of the happiest cards in the deck, and then you also get the Temperance at the bottom of the deck. There's very much a divine energy of like healing and balance and harmony. This is really nice. This is really nice energy. What was this conflict about though? Were you like internally conflicted about this person? Like, do I want them? Do I not? Or was this just like a little bit of drama, a little bit of an argument that you experienced with them? And you're like, okay, now it's over. We're done. So yeah, what's really interesting too, I don't care about your gender, right? It doesn't matter what you identify as. You're looking at the person as the feminine energy and you're the masculine. So even if you're like a gender, like a woman, and the person you're dealing with is a man, you have more of the dominant masculine energy in this connection, and your person has more of the submissive receptive energy in this connection. Just interesting, like how those cards came out. Let's take a look at the Five of Pentacles. Let's see what the Five of Pentacles is all about. Three of Cups, Page of Pentacles, King of Wands. Yeah, bottom of the deck, you get the Hierophant. You're moving towards a reconciliation here between you and your person. It's slow and steady wins the race. Like I said, some of you may be dealing with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. One thing I can tell you is that you and your person, in terms of the energy that you bring to this connection, right? You're not on the same frequency. So I do feel like your energy is a little bit more fiery, a little bit more intense, a little bit more outgoing than your person's. And again, I do see this reconciliation happening. You're moving towards it. Like, you and your person, you miss each other. You miss them, they miss you. You guys are reconciling. It's just baby steps, small baby steps. And this is just kind of like, again, an aside. Part of the friction that may arise in this connection, or part of the drama that may happen in this connection, may stem from the fact that you're just more intense, you're more high energy than they are. Think of it like you are kind of like club EDM house music. Your person's like elevator music in terms of the energy that they bring. That can create a little bit of friction because you're looking this way, your person's looking this way in terms of the energy. So even though you guys are reconciling, it's still, I don't know if you're 100% aligned in terms of the energies that you bring to this connection. I'm glad it resonates for you, Byron. Okay, let's move on to Libra. Libra, sun, moon, and rising. Yes, I've done Cancer. We just finished them a few minutes ago. So tone down the intensity. I mean, that's like telling water to not be wet, right? Like, you are who you are. Your person is who they are. I mean, if you want to bring down your energy to their level and you feel like that's what's aligned for you, then yeah. But I personally, and this is just me, not what the cards are saying, this is just my own personal view on life. I don't believe people change. I don't believe people can change who they are, nor do I think they should. Right? Like, it's kind of like, oh, you have a pot and you have a slightly smaller lid. Sure, you can try to make the pot smaller, or you can just find a different lid. You know? So yeah. Let's take a look at Libra. The replay will be up soon, so no worries. Okay, Libra. This is a little bit of a hard period for you simply because you're showing me I want to take action, I want to do something, and it's hard for me to not do that. You're showing me the Hangman at the bottom of the deck, which is essentially you stopping yourself from taking action. You're preventing yourself from taking action, but it's very, very difficult for you to not take this action. So let's see what this is. I'm just going to sip my tea real quick. Let's see, first of all, what is this action that you want to take? And you're showing me like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing anything about this. Okay, this is somebody that you love. You love them deeply and they love you deeply. I don't know what happened here. The love has not been affected in the slightest. The Lovers. Oof, 10 of Swords. Okay. This is a soul connection between you and this person. You love them deeply. They love you deeply here in the 3D world. This is also a soul connection in the 5D. Okay. And it ended. This connection ended. And ever since it ended, you've just been stuck. You haven't done anything. You haven't tried to heal this connection with this person, which is what you actually want to do, by the way. What you want, you're literally the magician, is to heal this. You're not doing anything about this. You're showing me like things ended and the energy has basically just been frozen that way ever since. Now, you could do something. You're not showing me that there's a block. You're not showing me like, I don't feel like this person blocked you. I don't feel like anything like that happened, but you're literally showing me I'm not taking any action towards this person, towards this connection, nothing. And that's really, really hard for you. Let's see why. Why is this so hard for you? Like, you can take action, just do it. Why are you not doing anything? Ace of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. This is you. Oh. Okay, Libra. Okay. So you're essentially showing me, yeah, this will be posted on YouTube. I don't know about later. Maybe in a few days. I have to like do the timestamps and everything. So maybe in like a few days. But later this month, yes. But not right now. Sorry. So anyways, you're essentially showing me like, look, I know what I want, right? It's not that I'm like confused or, I don't know if I want this person or how I feel about them. None of that. You're like, I'm crystal clear on the fact that I want to rekindle this relationship. I want to start over. And I'm also willing to do the work to make this happen, whatever that work is. You're willing to show up. You're willing to give your 50%. You're willing to do what needs to be done. And you're showing me if I believed that putting in the work to fix this would actually help us have this new beginning and start over, I would do it. Okay? But I also genuinely believe that something about this connection is unhealthy. At your core, you're kind of like me going back to this person and me healing this connection is like me kind of stabbing myself in the foot. Because something about this connection with this person is unhealthy, it's unbalanced, okay? And you're showing me, why would I go? It's kind of, why would I like go back to this? It's almost like I'm playing in the mud and I'd wonder why I got dirty. That's how you view this person. That's how you view this connection. Now, again, you love them. You view this as a soul connection. You view this as a very deep connection. You really, really love this person, but you're showing me I'm not going to do anything about this. As difficult as it is, as hard as it is for me to not do this, because I'm crystal clear on the fact that work alone is not going to help us. It's almost like the amount of energy that like, you're willing to invest the effort into like fixing this or whatever, but you're like, that's like putting a band-aid on a bullet wound. We need to heal what's underneath, whatever's unhealthy between us, right? And me, the energy or the fixing it, like I can't fix the other person. You view the other person as, kind of like toxic. And you're showing me like, I can't fix the other person. I can't, right? I can do all the work in the world. They're toxic. I can't heal their toxicity. And so even if I do want to rekindle this, even if I do want to start over, even if I do still love them, I can't fix them. I can't heal them. And so there's no point in me doing anything. There's no point in me going back because it's not going to change. This person has to heal their unhealthy behavioral patterns or their toxicity, and only then can we possibly have something. But yeah, you're kind of looking at it as like, well, if you lay with dogs, you're going to get fleas. So don't be surprised. And you're like, I ain't about to lay with no dogs. Okay, that was Libra. Moving on to Gemini. Thank you for all the hearts, you guys. I really, really appreciate it. Keep them coming. For those of you watching the replay, please make sure to give this a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Let's take a look at Gemini. The Strength again. and the world. Okay, this connection ended. A connection between you and this person ended. There's also a physical distance between the two of you, which means you don't live together, you don't see each other. You guys may be talking, but physically, geographically, y'all ain't next to each other. So if you see each other at the gym, if you guys still live together, if you, I don't know, ride the train together, this reading is not for you. There's an actual geographic distance here. Okay? And oh girl, I'm glad. I thought you said Libra. I was like, I just did Libra. And thank you so much for being a subscriber. I really, really appreciate you. And I'm glad Libra resonated. Okay, so Gemini, you're showing me like this connection ended, okay? And it's been very, very hard for you. It's been very, very difficult for you. So let's see what the difficulty is all about. And yes, Cancer has already been done. Sorry. Queen of Wands, Eight of Cups, Four of Pentacles. You're just disappointed. You're very, very disappointed. You're showing me like, look, I can take care of myself. I can give myself what I need. Like, I don't need the other person, right? You're not reliant on them for like food, air, water. But you're showing me like, I'm just really, really disappointed at, first of all, the fact that they're so good at just like shutting down and holding back. Because you can sense them, right? You can feel them. If you want, like, we're going to upload the replay later on this week. So you can watch the replay on YouTube if you want, or somebody can summarize Cancer for you if they'd like to. But you can actually watch the full replay once I upload it to YouTube later on. Anyways, you're really, really disappointed in the fact that they're so good at like holding back and they're so like emotionally cold and detached. Because you're showing me, I know this person, I can feel them, we're still connected, we're still attached. Like, I know that this is not fun for you. There's no way that you're having a good time right now. And you're really disappointed in the fact that despite everything you've been through and all the history and all that, you're like, how are you still so shut down? How are you able to literally stonewall me? And it's not even just keep you at arm's length. It's like completely, completely shut you out. And you're showing me it's very difficult for me because I'm getting cold. I'm getting emotional detachment. I'm getting ice, ice, ice energy from them. And this is the person who I literally see still, despite whatever happened, I still see them as my person. Like, I don't want to be getting this energy from them. And so all of that is very, very difficult for you. It's not even just like hurtful where it's like, oh, you know, they're offending you or they're hurting your feelings. It's just on a soul level, you're like, it's taking a lot out of me to be able to deal with this and cope with this. Let's take a look at the world. Five of Cups, Ace of Swords, Knight of Wands. Yep, bottom of the deck, you get the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Cups. You're showing me like, look, I know that what happened between us is one phase in this connection. I'm just going to drink real quick. I know that what happened between us is one phase in this connection. Yes, what happened sucked, but it's almost like, think of it like a book, right? You and this person, your whole connection is a book. This is one chapter. Excuse me. This is one chapter. And so you're showing me, I know without a shadow of a doubt that this chapter, although it sucks, although it's painful, although it's difficult, we're going to get past this. We're going to move past this chapter and we're going to start a brand new chapter. And it's going to happen kind of impulsively. You're showing me like it's going to be just like we don't talk, it's difficult, it's hard. And then one day this person's just randomly going to text me or reach out. And we're essentially going to start over and pick this back up again. Ace of Cups, the Judgment, like we're going to bring this connection back from the dead. You know this. You're like, I know this just as surely as I know that the sun is going to rise tomorrow. Right? But again, that doesn't change the fact that it still hurts. It still hurts that you're getting such cold, detached, like energy from this person. I don't know what happened between the two of you in the past. I do see kind of like an energy of you regretting a little bit of your actions, right? where obviously it takes two to tango, but you're like, yeah, I wish I could have handled this differently, slightly, but at the end of the day, like this person is who they are. They can handle this differently too. Ouch. Oh, yowzers, this resonates. Saw him after 4 years since we split, 19 years together. He immediately and intentionally turned away from me, but I'm a Libra rising. He will never change until he does serious work. Gemini sun. Yeah, wow. Libra and Gemini seem to really resonate for you. I want to say I'm glad it resonates, but I'm kind of not, because those are some pretty difficult energies. Okay, those are my air signs. Moving on to, last but not least, my fire signs, Leo. Show me Leo, sun, moon, and rising. Show me Leo, sun, moon, and rising for October. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. I've done the work. I bet you have. Yeah, if you're able to talk about it like this, I bet you have. Okay, Leo, 8 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles. It's interesting because you're like, I don't really know what to do. Do I hold back, shut down, not take action? Or do I invest the energy and make this work and rebuild here? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just stuck. I think my SP is a Leo. Well, I don't know if you want this to resonate or not. We're going to see in a second. Let's start off with the good. Let's start off with the 8 of Pentacles. King of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. Yeah, you're showing me like I still love my person. I don't really know how they feel about me, but I do believe that, or I do still love them. I do want a brand new beginning here with them. Now, when I say new beginning, you're showing me Ace of Pentacles. This is kind of like the most generic of all new beginnings. It's like, I want us to start over. I want us to turn over a new leaf. What kind of leaf is this going to be? I don't know. It could be romantic. It could be friendly. It could be the passion. It could just be friends. It could just be like, oh, we haven't talked in forever. I want to talk to you again, right? This is that kind of a thing where you're like, I want a new beginning, but I don't really know exactly what kind of energy I want associated with this new beginning. You do still love your person though. And you're showing me, I do want to work on this. I do want to invest the energy into like building here and creating and making this work, but not right now. I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm literally just stuck in place. And this is you, Leo. You could take action. You're choosing not to. You're choosing not to. Let's see why, because this is the other side of that coin where you're like, well, maybe it's just best if I hold back and I just don't do anything. So let's see why you're showing me this as well. King of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Because you got a little bit of an ego on you, don't you, Leo? Don't you? That's okay. You're basically showing me like, look, what I want in terms of my feelings, my energies, my desires is to start over because I do still love my person. On the other hand, I'm not about to take any action right now because I'm still trying to evaluate and assess whether or not it makes sense for me to take action, right? But I don't feel like it's actually sense. It's more so you're trying to figure out if the juice is worth the squeeze. You're like, I know how much effort it's gonna take. I know what I'm gonna have to invest. I know, like whatever happened between you and your person was pretty intense. And you're showing me like I'm willing to apologize. All right, I'm willing to heal this. I'm willing to fix this, but it's gonna end with an apology. And you're showing me the energy between us, like whatever happened between you and your person was the Tower. The Tower is a very serious energy. It's a very intense energy. It's kind of like you causing the collapse of a tower and being like, oops, sorry. It's not really going to cut it. there's going to be more that's required of you in this connection to heal this, to fix this, to kind of get over this. And you're showing me like right now, all I'm willing to do is apologize. Like that's the extent. That's like the price I'm willing to pay. And you're showing me I'm still trying to figure out if like the juice is worth the squeeze. What you're actually trying to figure out is if you can still keep your ego intact while only apologizing, right? And that basically being enough when it comes to this connection. I don't know. I mean, your person has to be pretty understanding to accept an oopsie sorry for a tower moment. But maybe they are. Maybe they just genuinely love you just as much as you love them. I don't know. You would know. Okay, moving on to Sag. Yeah, I went through a true dark night of the soul when both me and my SP went no contact. Yeah, that's pretty tower moment worthy. I don't know if oops sorry is gonna cut it. Okay, let's take a look at the Sag. At Sag. Sun, moon, and rising energies for October. Oh, okay. Ace of Swords and the Four of Swords. You're showing me, I know I want to heal things. I know I want to fix things. I want to talk to my person as well. You definitely want to talk to them. You're showing me I've come to the realization, like, logic-wise, I want to heal things. I want to fix things. I want to talk to them. We can heal things. We can fix things. Why don't I see action, though, Sag? Why don't I see any action? Let's take a look at the Ace of Swords. Oh my God, the weather here is horrendous. I'm currently in Niagara Falls, and I was like, oh, yay, let's go see the falls. No, it's raining. It's raining and it's cloudy. That's also why it's like super dark here, by the way. Sun, Nine of Pentacles, Five of Swords. You're like, yeah, look, we're both frustrated. We're both, and this is your perspective, Sag. You may be right, you may be wrong, but you're talking for the both of you. Yeah, the weather. Oh, and NYC too. Okay, that makes me happy that I'm not the only one suffering from this icky weather. Anyways, you're showing me like, look, I know for a fact that I'm unhappy, I'm frustrated, I'm annoyed, I'm miserable, not talking to you, not being with you. And I know you're the same way. I know that you're also very miserable and unhappy. And essentially by us not being together, I don't care if you're like in other relationships with other people, by us not being together, we are essentially just ruining it for ourselves. We're sabotaging ourselves, like we're shooting ourselves in the foot because we don't want to be apart. We don't want to be apart from each other. We are each other's source of happiness. Like you're my son, I'm your son. I really, really, really want to talk to you. And I know this. I know that this whole ending between us, right? It's been nothing but frustrating and difficult and annoying. And why are we still holding on to this? Like, why are we still maintaining this ending? It's almost like you're making this unilateral statement for both you and your person. We don't want to be apart. We're both suffering. Like, I know that you're essentially just lying to yourself by maintaining this radio silence. I know that I'm lying to myself. Like, us not being together is making both of us miserable. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, Sag can be stubborn for sure. There are worse signs. But Sag can definitely be stubborn. My ex was a Sag. Oh boy. Okay. Well, let's see what you have to say about the healing, Sag. And also, okay, why are you not taking action then? You know you're miserable. Your person's miserable. Maybe you'll take action here. Let's see. King of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Eight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, you get the Death. Ooh, and the Ten of Swords. Look, you're not taking any action. You're not showing me why, though, by the way. You're not. You're kind of, I'm not saying blaming, but this is how you perceive your person. You're like, look, we're both miserable without each other. I get that. We can heal things. We can fix things. Okay? Oh my God, Byron. Your chart, holy shit. Your chart is not the easiest chart to deal with. Like, you have a lot of pretty intense elements in your chart. But yeah, you're essentially showing me, Sag, like, I want to heal things. I want to fix things. This is a romantic connection, by the way. This isn't like friendship, family. Um, I tried to detach from you. It didn't work. I tried to emotionally disconnect. That didn't work. And the reason I'm not taking action and I'm not healing things and fixing things is because your person, Sag, you're just so set in your ways and you're so difficult. And like, you're not really giving me anything to work with right now. You're giving me ice cold emotional detachment. Like, you're also very, very stubborn and very difficult to deal with. So that's why I'm not trying to heal this. I'm not trying to fix this. Like, I know you love me. I love you. We're both unhappy without each other. But if you want to heal things, you're going to have to kind of like meet me halfway, and you're going to have to stop being so difficult and so detached. Now, I'm not trying to mock you, Sag, but it's just, to me, it's funny the way you're presenting this energy. It's like, I know you're miserable. I'm miserable. Okay, cool. I want to heal things. Oh, but I'm not going to take action though, because you're difficult. You're being difficult. So you fix your attitude and then you can come talk to me. Right? It's that kind of an energy. Like, you're even giving attitude as you're presenting this. And again, I don't know your person. Maybe your person's a saint and you just view them as difficult. Maybe they are literally hard, not hard as a rock, but not the best metaphor. Maybe they're just really, really difficult to deal with, right? And they're just stubborn, and I don't know. I don't know your person. You know your person. But yeah, it's almost like you said it, Byron. Yeah, like finger pointing. You're almost like finger pointing at the person, like, well, you're difficult, so you fix yourself. As a Sag, this is so correct. My SP, both stubborn. Yeah. Y'all are both stubborn. Okay, last but not least, Aries. Let's see what I have for my Aries. Sun, moon, and rising. Let's see what we got here for October. Hopefully all positive. Let's see. Nine of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Well, I love the Wheel of Fortune because you're moving in a positive direction. I do see you still being single, very stable, standing on your own 2 feet. But I do see kind of like the wheel turning here. Now, let's see if the Wheel of Fortune is going to turn into a positive fortune or into a not so positive fortune. Let's take a look at the Nine of Pentacles, first of all. Tower, Three of Pentacles, the Sun. Something's going to crack. Are you guys like not talking right now? Or are you guys just not together? Because that ain't going to be the case for long. It's almost like you guys are like apart. And then something cracks. One of you just cracks and is just like, you guys not reconcile and come back together. But it's almost like, oh, we're apart. Okay, let's try to like rebuild something here. Let's try to, again, not get back together. But you guys either meet up, you talk, like with the Six of Pentacles. So look at the energy right now, long distance right now. Yeah, look at the energy right now where it's kind of hard, it's frozen, right? Think like popsicle. And then suddenly something happens, like the popsicle cracks. And you know how when you break the popsicle in half, it starts melting really fast? That's you and your person. You guys kind of like melt towards each other. And there's like a flow of energy that picks right back up again. And it makes you both very happy. The Sun and the Ten of Cups, these are two of the happiest cards in the deck. Let's take a look at the Wheel of Fortune. I love this. This is beautiful. I love that someone cracks because it means someone's ego is no longer running the show here. Someone's like, you know what? I can't resist this anymore. I can't fight it anymore. I know, I'm loving these cards too. I can't fight it anymore, and I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to reach out. Okay, so y'all both love each other. despite this ending, y'all both love each other. Here's my only issue. There's this energy of hot and cold. So think of it kind of like a Ferris wheel, okay? There's the good positive energy, and then there's a slightly more difficult energy of emotional turmoil, emotional detachment, very, very immature energy. Not breadcrumbing, but essentially the amount of investment, like the amount of energy that this person is giving you kind of turns down from 100 to like 10. Now, you and this person, it's not anything you're not aware of, but it's also not the best energy. So think of it like this, like you're on a Ferris wheel, right? You're at the bottom. This is like the difficult energy of you're emotionally confused. You don't know what the heck is going on. All of a sudden your person is cold. They've withdrawn. They've pulled back. You're kind of like, why are you breadcrumbing me? Why are you giving me like little bits of energy? And then over time, nothing that you're doing, by the way. This is not like you're doing something, you can affect this, you can change this. This is all just like energy. Over time, the Wheel of Fortune just shifts and you guys start improving. So you start seeing more energy from him or her, more warmth, more affection, more communication. And then you guys kind of get to the top. You're like, oh, yay, awesome. This is very positive energy. We have this, like, we're rebuilding. We're working towards rebuilding this foundation. I'm very happy. You're very happy. We make each other very happy. Oh, and then the wheel keeps turning. Why are we going down again? Why are you pulling back again? Why are you breadcrumbing me again? Why are you, less and less and less? Then you get to the bottom and then spin, like rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. So the positive thing is it's not going to get any worse. Anything that you experience with this person is not something you haven't experienced before. It's definitely not positive energy all the way. It's definitely not negative energy all the way. It's positive and negative. The only downside here is, well, there's a few downside. One, you guys are on this like merry-go-round. So there's no stability. It's not like, okay, we're always going to be in this like really bad energy or we're always going to be in this really positive energy. And the second part is there's really nothing you can do about it. You can be colder, you can be warmer, you can be more communicative, you can be less communicative. You could have your hair blonde, you could have, be a redhead. It literally doesn't matter what you do. It just keeps shifting and shifting and shifting because it's not you. You're not the not stable one. It's your person, which is spinning this round and round, hot, cold, in, out, yes, no, The only thing that you can really choose to do is choose to get off this merry-go-round, right? Like either you get off the merry-go-round and you're just completely like done with this person, or you stay on the merry-go-round and you go for another loop-de-loop, But yeah, someone's going to crack. Like it's going to come out of nowhere too. You're going to be like, what the heck? I haven't talked to you in forever. You haven't said these things in like forever. And all of a sudden they're like, I want to rebuild. I want to see you. I want to talk to you, etc. And they do really love you. That's the thing. They do really, really love you and you love them. But sometimes love is not enough. So that is what I have for you guys. Thank you so, so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I will see you here on the next Extended.